Okay, so unfortunately, what happened was I was recording the tutorial and I wasn't actually recording my screen. So there's just an hour of me talking, and we made a fair bit of progress. As you can see here, we've added loads of multiples to the shot, and it's actually playing pretty cool now. And so it's pretty much the juice of the shot that I didn't record. But everything that I did is everything that we've discussed and done in the previous parts. There was nothing new that I did. It was just more of the same thing. So I'm just going to go over now quickly everything that I did that we missed. So these are speed lines, these black lines here. So I added some speed lines. And then some feather overlap as well. So you can see here I've copied, duplicated the feathers and delayed them here. And there's another feather here as well, and another one here, one more here. So I've added some delay and the speed lines are the same. Now what I've also done here is I've curved the foot. So in the last video this foot wasn't curved. So the reason I did that is because we're doing an arc. We're doing an arc around like this, right? So I wanted to lead in that arc by curving the foot. So you can see now there, we got this path of action. So it springs around and then comes down here like this. So that is done with the bendy controls, which you can access via the main control. I've also added a multiple here, right? Dragging another one here, and then I've put one here as well to have a spread like that. So it's to give off the fast motion moving this way, right? And you can see I've done the same thing on this foot, spread like that. And then as it comes down, I've put a long one here. This one I've put into 3 just so it's not all the same. And you can see I've got the nice bend here on both the legs, like that. And then here, we've gone pretty crazy. I'm not sure how much of this was in the other version, but what we've done is we've done it to the hair as well. So if you look at the hair here, you can see that we've dragged it behind a bit, let some fall off like this, like that. And that gives it a nice feel. And we have, I'm not sure if we did the eyes in the last video, so we've got the eyes, which is spread as well. These guys here. We've done the feathers again here as well. So again, just duplicated the geometry and moved it here. We've made sure as well that we've put, see how the foot is bending like this, because it's moving that way, this way. So it's dragging, right, like that. So we've got a nice angle on the foot like this, which is something that wasn't there before. Yeah, we also animated her mouth, you know, so she's just like a happy person. We're going to make it a bit nicer as well. It doesn't look like a smile yet, it's just an open mouth. But we're going to do that in the next part. And we've also animated a blink and a bit of a squash on her face when she lands. So what we have left to do is animate the wings. So you can see the wings are like this. At the moment I want to get it more like that. Like this, and maybe another multiple there. And then they can go back into normal. So we need to add the wings there. This, yeah, just here, make it more appealing. And then polish the shapes. So we're going to get this and make this really nice with the polish tool, and just make sure that everything looks really nice and really good. Like here we can get this edge real smooth like this. Get these all looking good. So you can see everything that we did in the past, we just did everywhere else. I also changed the foot position, the foot pose. You can see it's sliding here, I need to fix that. Slides back to where it was. But when she lands now, it's like her feet are out like this. Before they were just straight ahead in default position. When she does go wide, we've moved her legs across here like this, right? So you can see she's like doing the splits. She wasn't doing that before. And I've just paid attention to the arcs, right? So it's always coming around. So douche, 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 douche. See? But they're doing it at different times to get the asymmetry in there. So it's not just tweened. We've added squash and stretch in the body a little bit. I think that was already there. Yeah. So if you're watching slow motion, the wings. I want to put one here as well. Maybe one there like that. It's just showing the motion that we couldn't with a frame. But it's looking pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked with it. I think it really shows in basically every single way that you can do a multiple using different tools. So it's come out really well. So once we polish it and do the final little touch, it's going to be a nice piece of animation. It's a good little tutorial. Yeehaw! Again, as always, if you have any questions, I apologize that you weren't able to see me do that. It took me about an hour to do everything, so I didn't want to redo it. But if you have any questions, just post it in the comments and we'll get back to you with some clarifications. But yeah, we'll polish it in the next video, and then once it's rendered, there is a final step that we have to do. So for example, I don't want this to be constantly, I'm gonna show you. So I don't constantly want it to be all the same level of this. I want it to fade. You know what I mean? So it's not always just 100%. Unfortunately, I can't show you because it's not the exact same color the whole time. I thought it was. Oh, how interesting. But yeah, these will be faded out. They're not going to be like 100% in color like that. So that's just something to consider and remember. But we're going to do that. But we have to. I don't know how to do it in Maya. I know there's a way using layered textures and ramp shaders, but I'm just an animator and I've got no idea how to do that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in post. I'm going to have this on a separate layer, so when it's rendered, and I'm just going to erase it so it's fading into the animation, which will be sweet. So yeah, so that'll be part of the polish, and I'll see you in the next video.